I'm going to be doing a quick tutorial on how to pull the SSTV Easter eggs out of Portal 2 without digging through the files by just recording gameplay. So the first thing you want to do is load into this map, SPA2 Trust Fling, and what you want to do is you want to just play through the test chamber as normal for the first, third of it. And just go through these by placing your portals there and landing on that landing over there. Now once you've landed over here, you're going to press this button and a bunch of junk is going to fly through.
Oh, sorry. I'm still cleaning out the test chambers, so sometimes there's still trash.
That junk is going to include a radio
around, smelling and being
right
useless. Try to avoid the garbage hurtling towards you.
Catch that radio out of the air as it comes past you here. Like so.
You don't have to test with the garbage. It's garbage. Press
GLaDOS will
the button
complain
again.
about the garbage in your test, even though she threw it at you. Then, what you want to do is you want to put a portal here, and a portal here, and go back through them. Have your console button, that's a bug because I no-clipped. Have your console button ready, because once you fall right into the windows of the secret area up there, you gotta open your console to get a good... right here. Type stop sound in your console. You're gonna want to actually come over here, I think, and type stop sound. Yep, there you go. Kills all the audio. Drag this over here, and while you're recording, maybe let it loop over a couple times. We'll edit the audio later so that it's one clean signal. But the reason you type in stop sound is to make sure all the background audio goes away, so that when you're recording this, you get a really good listen of the radio itself. So I'm gonna let this loop once or twice here, without my gun making any noise or anything, just so I have a really good sample of it, because the ones I have aren't that great. So I'll be back in just a second. Alright, so now that you've got your video with the recording of the SSTV signal, I've got it right here. What you're going to want to do is open whatever audio editing program you prefer. You really don't have to edit it all that much, but you can if you like. Now what I'm going to be using is Sony Vegas because I know how to use it, but you can use, again, whatever you like. So I'm going to take this, and as you can see, it's got many tracks of audio, but I'm going to ungroup everything. So I have just the audio that I want and delete one of the channels. Now, what I want to do is get just the signal that I've got here, and you can see it's a pretty even volume all the way through except for this end part. Now the problem with that is that SSTV wants a very flat and almost completely... it wants a very flat, high volume signal. You really don't have to change anything, you can just trim it down so that you have only the signal, but flattening it out might make it a bit clearer. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to switches, normalize in Sony Vegas, and that's going to make it a little bit better. It should all be that loud, but I don't really think it's necessary. SSTV is pretty tolerant of signal iffiness. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to export this as a WAV file. That's going to render to my desktop. And then from there, what we can do is open our first bit of software, RxSSTV. This is a open source SSTV translator. Essentially, all it does is receive signal from your microphone and turns that into an SSTV image. So what I do, actually, is I use a little bit of software called SoundPad. What you want to do is take this wave, stick it into here. I'm going to make sure that it's using the correct devices here. And it was not, so that would not have worked. So what you want to do now, click that, and then click play.